Mhm. Alright, I'll turn my damn mic on. The dog fell asleep. Oh man, I can't remember the last time I did Promyvion-Mea. Pretty sure I did this like twice in my whole life. I feel like I should probably know something about this area. Rather than just show up and be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I kind of remember this being one of the tougher ones, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Right. We have to go up by getting these receptacles or something. I remember this now. Gosh, I remember trying to get the maps for these areas too. They were so vast. Take a look at the end boss here. So the end boss. Event monsters. Wow. Well, I know my buddy Zer would really like to watch me do this. Let's see if he's around. He's an old school black mage and red mage from way back in our Final Fantasy XI days. He absolutely he enjoyed COP, if I remember correctly. I thought he was a crazy person. I actually did not enjoy this expansion very much, and I particularly hated leading the endgame events in C. Felt like the Torques were such a side grade for all that effort you put in to get all the way out there and whatnot. This didn't seem like a super fantastic expansion to me. Turns out Ergon definitely brought way more to the game, in my opinion. Just with assaults and salvage and all that, all the extra gear that it brought, a whole new like world basically. COP was kind of, you know, like layered onto the mainland or whatever, like Koja being under Bosadine and the Promies just being part of the Crags, and Blueface Meadow was cool. I kind of wish I had done this a little earlier, because there's certainly some beast camps out there that I could have taken advantage of at some lower levels. So I'm gonna have to probably go back and note a couple of really good solo camps out there on my chart for the server, because you know, people are leveling Beastmaster as a second, third job, and they've already gone through this stuff. It's worth noting that there are camps out there in Blueface Meadows and Misro Coast. Also Rivernay, which is interesting because you can do some. I remember doing Rivernay a little bit once I had already capped Beast with another friend, just staying at 40 cap and doing some stuff. I forget exactly what you do out there. I think it's either you fight hippogriffs or you something like that. or you fight the drakes out there. It was rough XP, but hey, when you're in an area where everyone just tries to run past the mobs to get to Oryu, it's not that bad, you know? That's one of the things that people often neglect when they think about Beastmaster guides. Is, you know, you want to go to areas that are good pet prey matchups, but also that you're not going to get your mob stolen from you constantly. Like if you could do Promyvion, you know, that'd be cool. These isolated little areas. I'm glad we got this black mage as our 6th to fill in here. We're just killing some time. And then we're gonna hit this up. Now my memory of Promyvion, any of them, is primarily let's run around avoiding mobs for 30 minutes to get to the boss and then use a bunch of items on the boss and kill it. I didn't find any of the battles particularly interesting. Going back to that whole sea thing, you know, I thought to myself, the endgame gear, the endgame gear from sea, other than the torch, you know, like the home mom stuff, was pretty good. The levels, the job spread on that gear really made for rough competition, though. Like the fact that Paladin and Thief shared a pair of legs with Dark Knight was rough. I didn't like having a... I mean, we all got everything eventually. You know, it just took months of farming chips and making sure that the one dude was on so that you could trade him to get him the ship to drop. It was just a real trial, but having all that haste was quite good for Paladin Ninja in the endgame. You really did need it. Yeah. And you can chip away at your levels, getting 15 XP per kill on the first level here. And I do mean chip away, because that will take forever. But hey, I've gotten like... Oof, came in here with like 15 XP into my level, so... I'm now 436 into my level, so... Now I've got res buffer for level 30. Should have brought more crossbow bolts. I think I only brought about 80. And I used a bunch to pull. Let's hope I don't need many more than that. I doubt I will. Probably pump about 20, 30 into the boss. I guess in terms of like the you know, the COP, C activities with Ultimate Omega, I think the Omega fight was just, I don't know, it was more interesting to me. I remember the Proto Ultima fight kind of being a nuisance. I don't remember if it was because you needed a certain setup or whatever, but it was also mostly mage gear, and I don't know, people seem to want the home stuff a lot more. It wasn't, you know, when it came to the home stuff, people wanted, I think, more pieces that were more important to just be like wearing in your idol set or your haste set or whatever, your TP set, and the mage stuff just seems so much more situational that you could live without in a lot of cases. I'm not even getting XP for some of these now. Looks like the Black Mage is moving. He's in Windwoods now. It's exciting. I don't know if he has sub white mage. If he does, he could just teleport straight to Mea. That'd be nice. I guess we'll see. Well, it's not a bad run from Bubarimu. Ah, I'm naked, no shadows. Die, Weeper. Cry in your own time. Sweet. 18 XP that time. Rolling high now. I will say this, the main missions for this game, they start real slow. You know, they introduce you to the game a bit. Get you going real slow. You know, you kind of don't know what level you can really tackle things at. It's real trial and error. Even looking at the old wikis entries don't really tell you, oh yeah, you can do, you know, this orc thing at level, you should be level 20 or whatever. It just, the missions certainly don't tell you. Like in the modern MMOs, that, you know, they usually give you quests are actually level restricted. They don't even can't pick them up until you're a certain level. This game doesn't work like that. It just says, hey, you can flag this quest now, and if you go and you die, well, you learned something today. You learned that you're too low level, or you suck, or something. Not that people learned that they sucked at this game ever. I mean, spent a lot of time trying to teach players to be better at this game, and a lot of it was pretty futile. But COP, in contrast, you know, these Promyvions, they are the second, they're the second mission of the whole expansion. So they throw you into content immediately. You know, they say, here you go, you're going to do this party thing like right away. You know, the first real party thing you do in terms of the main missions is the 2-3 dragon. So there's a lot of small stuff you're sort of working your way up to. And I don't know if that means the pacing is good or the pacing is bad. I mean, it really depends on when you decide to start your missions, because you're never really held to starting your missions at any particular level. You know, there's no assumed progression, like, oh, you're level 30, you've got this done in this game. That's not how it is at all. It's, you know, it becomes a thing once you start to get up to like the mid-20s and you want to pick certain XP camps. Like if you want to go to Kazam and do Yatunga Jungle Mandies or something. And players haven't done the Kazam keys, and that's understandable because the game hasn't told you, hey, you know what you can do? You can party to get these keys in order to do this. You know, so that you can unlock this whole area of amazing XP. You know, I think the onus for like, or the motivation to unlock Kazam for a lot of players is to get Ninja, Sub-Job, and Samurai, and all that. It really is not necessarily about XP. And most people probably don't get around to Kazam XP until their second or third job anyway. Because you need to be higher level if you're going to solo those keys. Or you need to kind of jive with the server a little bit and socialize to make friends to farm them earlier. Me, I've done everything pretty much solo in this game. Before I came here, killing helm beetles and crawler's nests, which are level 60 to 62 on my 54 beast. Using crawlers there and just pet swapping, and didn't get a key, but that's okay. And I think as much as I want to do everything solo on Beastmaster, when it comes to stuff like drop rate crap, I'm willing to just say, you know, screw it. Let's get a party together to do something for that, because when I was doing the Papyrus, I killed 9 liches, and I was like, alright, cool, I proved it to myself that I can solo these things. So if I want to go through this exercise in proving to myself that I can continue to do something, which I know I can already do, for no reason other than my own pride, then I won't join a party and I'll do this myself. But I said, you know what, it's stupid. Some thief was in the area. Oh yeah, I'll solo Aquarius. I'll definitely solo that guy and all that stuff. Get a Francesca, for sure. Alright, so he's on his way. That's cool, that's cool. Aquarius is a fun solo, I guess. I mean, it's not super challenging, and Boyata Tree is a huge area with a ton of pets. I like to call it one of those Beastmaster playground areas. There's a number of them in this game. Gustav Tunnel comes to mind. Crawler's Nest comes to mind as sort of the first one you might run into. But Crawler's Nest, Gustav, Boyata Tree, these are pretty big. You can stay at these areas for multiple levels. Not only for XP parties, but for Beastmaster. So you spend hours on hours just, you know, sort of working your way up. Like, what used to be your prey is now your pet, and you've got a new thing to kill, and it's fun. It's fun. When you finally get to Boyata Tree, you kind of feel like you've hit the lottery, because there's just so many levels of XP to be made there, and you're working your way in deeper and deeper, and it gets a little more dangerous. Some more corridors in there. But Aquarius is right there on the first level, so you kind of run around, throw whatever you got at him, and eventually he dies. And being a crab, he's not exactly that hard. He just has a lot of hit points. And he drops that axe a lot. I remember doing that axe for a lot of people on Ranger who wanted that axe. Well, I think we ran out of empty mobs. Gosh, I didn't spend a lot of time in those Treasures of Out Ergon zones. I will say this, the travel speed too changed significantly in Treasures of Out Ergon, because when you think about how outpost warps kind of took you near a lot of places, but they didn't really put you anywhere specifically. You know, if you want to go to Austrosia, sure, you can warp, you can dem, and then you can Chocobo up there, or you can Mea and Chocobo up there, or you can, you know, hit Argano. And you still got to walk all the way to the southeast part of the zone. Like, there was some time investment involved with the travel. When it came to Treasures of Out Ergon, it was pretty much, listen, walk to this telepoint this one time, okay? Just this one time. And then spend some Imperial Standing to teleport out there every time. I think it's Imperial Standing. And you pretty much never run through those zones ever again. And that kind of reminds me of, like, when you get flying mounts and stuff, like in WoW or Final Fantasy XIV. You know, you spend a whole sort of 6 levels, 8 levels, 10 levels, whatever, being in an area, doing all the quests, moving through the area bit by bit, unlocking areas, and then you get flying and you're like, oh, I don't remember anything about this area anymore. I just fly over it now in 5 minutes, and the landscape is no longer important. And I dislike that a lot about the new MMOs. And I played 14 since 1.0. Since 1.0 all the way up to about January 2017, and I just didn't, I don't know. I didn't dig it. The raids weren't what I was looking for. I think, you know, after doing Twintania and taking that out pretty early and working through other stuff. Heck, I can't even remember the last boss we did there. I think it was Alexander. Or no, that big standy up robot. The crazy music. Can't remember what that was, but yeah, those battles, they weren't as fun. They were just so scripted. Whereas fighting Tiamat, getting a dragon roar randomly, kind of changed the flow of the entire battle, and, you know, resetting your hate and saying to yourself, oh boy, now I gotta do something different. I gotta figure out how to get hate back. I gotta here cheat myself back up a bunch. I gotta use invincible here to pull hate. I gotta flash. I gotta make sure to do this. I gotta make sure to do that. Like, I don't know, that stuff to me was the spontaneity of those battles were so much more interesting than the scripted stuff of 14 and pretty much any WoW clone that has come about since this game. Maybe I just have a penchant for, I don't know, self-mutilation. Or mental self-mutilation, I should say. But I guess I like the brutal games. Like, going back to this after so many years has been really weird. Very, very weird. Especially not having any of my old friends. But it's cool. These Narsh guys are cool. There's a couple other socials on my list that I took a look at. That one I decided against. The other one didn't really pull my interest that much. So I think my friend Kanye said he had joined this group not too long ago before he got super busy. And he said they were cool. So I said, all right, let's join up. See what they're all about. Makes sense to pull them two at a time. If we're gonna kill time, we might as well kill time well. Alright. We're gonna get started hopefully pretty soon. This Black Mage is teleported out, and you should be nearby, and we can get started on the climb through Promyvion-Mea. And on the channel at around 6 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to have one of our long-running D&D campaigns shown off here. So. And that'll take us to about, I believe it's 9 o'clock Eastern. No, 6 to 10 actually. 6 to 10 Eastern tonight. And there's no programming tomorrow, but Monday we've got another D&D campaign on the channel starting at 9. Always stuff going on here. Every other Sunday we've got a podcast going on here at 3 p.m. And Tuesdays is our one sort of free night. We're looking on filling that, hopefully with some Division 2 pretty soon. They got some new content that came out on Friday, and they've been sinking their teeth into that. And the guys are really enjoying it, it seems. Alright, looks like the Black Mage is here. We just gotta get him in a party. And then we gotta go kill that thing. Ah, okay. Well, I just got an update from my team. There won't be any D&D tonight, but our social media manager, Miss Rainbow, she's going to be doing some Minish Cap on the stream tonight. I think she's picking that play off from when we did Extra Life back in November. And that was a great event. We raised over $1,500 for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. And we do that every year. Not always the same amount. But we're always participating in that. And that happens in the fall, usually late October, early November. And there'll be more info on the channel as we get closer to that. Okay, apparently he's here, somewhere in the zone, but he's not. He's his own party leader, so he has to drop that so we can invite him. Because for some reason, this game allows you to be a party of one sometimes, and I'm not exactly sure how that is, but it's a thing. Probably go down or up. I think it goes down and across. Maybe it's all the same level. You just go around in a big circle. Alright, he's in. Ah, you're right. Our friend Quant over here, he's correct. Treasure pool sometimes causes that, I think. I think you are correct, sir. Alright, it's time to start clearing some of these strays so we can get at the memory receptacle here. Because these things will flood you. Oh, misses with two-handed weapons are so rough. Like, really? I waited 5 seconds to hit the air? I did it again. There we go. If I remember, these things do some kind of crazy AoE. Yeah, they push you back constantly. That's what it is. It's all coming back, though, folks. Well, Stormwind does damage to it. This is the time where I wish I brought way more crossbow bolts. Yeah. So apparently that ranged attack additional effect did 131,051 damage. I don't think that's true. I'll have to report that on the GitHub to see what bolts Shepta is using as well that caused that problem. Well, holy bolts. Yeah, it's crazy. It would be insane if it actually did that amount of damage. I would say, alright, you need to go and solo a worm right now. At level 30. Yeah, it seems like a simple enough fix too. It's just sending improper text to the chat log. And I did a lot of mud coding when I was younger on C and LPC code. A lot of times stuff like that was just a comma in the wrong place or calling the wrong variable at times because you use similarly named variables. Well, there it goes. Sometimes it's like the waiting thing. It like freaks you out. You're like, oh man, did I get it? Did I get it? Oh, it's a fake. Oh no, it's real. Game likes to mess with your head. So I think these things are higher level now. Yep. Same name, higher level. And we're on level 2 now. So level 2 looks like, well, every one of these islands looks like a giant amoeba, so if you're looking for some sort of direction, we've got to go to the center of this map, I believe. Or no, maybe not. That's the starting point. We're at the center. We've got to go, well, north, southwest, or 2 points to the southeast. Yeah, north sounds good. It seems to be the easiest one to get to. We'll let these guys get some MP. I'll pretend to rest so I fit in. Don't mind me, just resting with my great axe. It's very heavy. Man, black mages have a lot. Karu black mages have a lot of MP at level 30. Who knew? He's got almost 400 there. And if he's got some gear that's giving him MP. Just Friar's rope. Well, this is his resting gear, so. Better get involved in this. Like we're on the move here. Yeah, he's got the white mage is 377 MP. That's a shit ton at this level. I know my white mage does not have that much on Elvon. I think at level 30, heck, I think even at level 37, I only had maybe 300, maybe less than that, 277, 278, I forget exactly. So if we're taking the path of least resistance, I say we go this way. bypass the 1. Heck, we can bypass the 2. Yeah, and it's right over there, so let's see. Split the difference and see if who aggro's what, and then we'll... Because I'm sure if you wait long enough, you can just run past everything in this zone anyway. Alright, I'm done missing. Time to eat sushi. Oh, that actually did fire, just didn't see the animation right away. There we go. I'm gonna have to get over to the other side. Get these strays off the mages here. It'd be real nice if we got this early, rather than having to run around. There are actually 4 spots on this level that could be the entrance to the 3rd level. Maybe the RNG gods will be kind to us today. So I would never, ever expect that to be the case. Nope, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. I'm trying to stay engaged here with switch target, because it'll be easier. Still get marksman skills off these, so I don't mind shooting them. But I've got to be mindful of my bolts, because I think we're going to need some for the boss. We only brought a less than 2/3 of a stack left. Alrighty. Come on, portal! Is it trolling us? No. I guess it's not trolling us. Oh, it is trolling us. Oh my god, see? Frickin' troll. You know. Oh man. Alright, level 3. Level 3 is significantly smaller. And there's one to the southwest, directly to the south, and to the southeast. The closest one is to the southwest. Am I looking on the right level here? Let's see. Level 3. Should be able to... I'm looking east. That's not what this looks like. Oh, no, here it is. Level 3. We're on this side of level 3. So, the one to the northeast is the closest one. Which is over here. These a lot higher now? Yeah, they are. They're IT. Alright, so if we go this way, we can avoid that. see if we can find a safe spot over here. So there's 2 level 3s. This is the one that has the NM on it, possibly. Everyone say hello to Rev. He's a fellow Beastmaster. Much respect. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit harder for them to get through those 2 wanderers. Yeah. And this guy's coming this way. Yeah, these guys have a big roaming radius. It's not impossible to get back to them, but we don't really need to at the moment. Oh, looks like we're going to get some incidental contact here. Yeah. Safe over here. Run this way. I don't have shadows up. What's going on here? On this level, these are IT. Be a fun XP spot if you wanted to stay at 30 your whole life. And deal with very long respawn timers. I think these are 12 minutes. Long. Real long. Knowing this game's formula, they're probably level 36 to 39 or something like that. So we could start clearing the strays once, wow, this one produces a lot of strays. We're looking at 7 out there right now. That's a lot of strays. But they don't link, at least. I missed. Wasn't planning on missing. Or getting hit, but you know, that's the thing, so. Ha! Hubergians. My beast is about 4 levels from a hob now, maybe 5. 58 or 59, I don't remember, but I think it's 58, 59. And I really should have bought one when they were 500k. Really should have. And now they're like 980k, so that sucks. Should have took that rainy day fund and said, you know what, today it's pouring. We're gonna buy a set of gear, or a piece of gear that is way higher level than us for the sake of owning it before it doubles in price. Should have bought sniper rings when they were 40k too, but I was like, you know what, I'm only level 36. I'm not there yet. I'm not gonna do it. And I regret it. I should have done it. Ended up buying them in 80k. Twice the price per ring. I'm not really sure why I'm missing. I think my marksmanship is capped at 30. Maybe it's not. No, it is not. It's probably about 10 levels off, though. Which isn't terrible. I am using really shitty bolts, though. Just level 1 bolts, because I've literally been leveling up my marksmanship while farming. I'm like, I can spend 500 gil for a stack of bolts, and every time I shoot one of these leeches and kill it, I'm pretty much getting 35 kills, so. Got pretty much all my levels doing that. Straight, still here. Alright, got it. Come on, come on! Be good to us, be kind to us, game. Is it really a fake this time? I think it might be, guys. Alright. Well, we're going east, I guess. There's the NM. Thing's just stuck on me like glue. Just really likes me. Oh, that's a damn good question. Let's see what the Coveter drops. He drops Coveter Remnant, Indigo Memosphere, possibly up to 3. He also has regain of 10 TP per tick if it's accurate on the server. Uses Carousel, which is an area of effect with knockback. That sounds like a terrible idea to get involved with. Because he'll carousel us all into the Weepers and the Wanderers all over the floor. Well, we're going to have to make it past the NM then. And so we need to go when the going's good. Alright. I think the Stone Gorget was actually pretty good though. Gave like extra base to stone skin, which otherwise would have taken several hundred enhancing magic to replicate. So that to me sounds like a good piece of gear to risk your ass for. Coveter just moved away from the wall too. Be a good time to run through. Yes, attack me. Stop attacking Shep. I don't have provoke yet. Now I do. But I also have one shadow. These things attack pretty fast. These mobs are so weird looking. This is what Dommels become when they die. Look at that XP chain, man. Gotten like 1400 XP in here. Gonna level up, man. Alright, we gotta make it past this NM. Oh, nope. Alright, we gotta go. Oh, damn, now there's a Weeper there. Just a matter of patience, really. Yeah, we could. I think this guy wanders pretty wide to the south, though. I think if we run through and we take our chances with the one wanderer, we're alright. Just drag it over here to where there are no other mobs or whatever. There we go. Only got my provoke and Shep, so. But we do have a hair familiar, so that's good. These little guys go down pretty quick. Ooh. That's exactly the type of weapon skill that this thing would use in a group. Alright, so we'll need a little rest after this, but we'll be alright. It's all part of the challenge. Ooh. Wow, he got that Utsu off. Even though he got smacked. Lucky. I have to take hate here. In fact, what I should probably do is I should focus on Shep to see when he has shadows down. Weird looking mobs. Alright, now both our shadows are down. Oh man, that is an ill-timed crit right there. There we go, I pulled hate with melee. Too late though. Yeah, that was intense. This looks like a more or less safe spot to fight in. Yeah, let's hope this is the portal. Because if it's not, we're going to be wandering through this corridor to the south, I think, next. And that's not going to be any fun. Because that next portal, that one is far. We have to go all the way west and then all the way south through a really narrow spot. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be worth it. Alright, hit points back up here. These Promyvion runs can take a while. We still have to go up to the next level here. But it looks like level 4 is the last level. Well, short run to the southeast. Maybe not short, maybe mid-length run. Have a problem. The rabbit's gonna have a problem with dying. Hey, I've got weapon skill. Yeah, I've got no shadows. Attack! Great axe, attack. Do stuff. Gotta protect the mages. They come wearing paper. Alrighty then. Hey, marksmanship level up. I knew I brought bolts for a reason. I don't know how I ended up poking that thing. Oh. Help us, hair familiar. Oh man, please be the real portal. That's because I'm macro set up for BT, I'm pretty sure. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's refresh shadows. Yahtzee! Speaking of which, I played Yahtzee not too long ago, and I gotta tell you, rolling a Yahtzee is pretty fucking hard. Just an FYI in case you were wondering about the mechanics of that game. If you know anything about dice percentages, which I do since I played a lot of Star Wars Destiny, you will know it is not easy to roll a Yahtzee. So these things are definitely IT++, I would imagine. No, just IT+. We're near full MP here. I appreciate our white mage subbing Ninja and still having 406 MP. Alright, we're looking at going mostly southwest here, guys, and hitting the gate to the Spire of Mea. So, we're going to do this in chunks. Get past the first Weeper here. And pick which side of the lake we're running onto. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Looks like we've got a better shot going this way. Nope. Someone got a Craver, so we gotta go back. Alright. See what that Seether does. He's stopping. We are quite nearly to the zone. Just gotta run southeast. Right onto that ramp there. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Wow, this is in the middle of everything. Yeah, looks like it's going to be 1 or 2, so let's just go. This is how real adventurers play Final Fantasy. We just run everything to the zone line. Alrighty. We have made it. Yes, the game decides to unlevel cap you here for some strange reason. Thank you for the good luck, sir. You know what? I think there are actually some burning circle type stuff here. I think that may be why it uncaps you, because I seem to remember there was something you could do here level 50 or 60 or something like that. That is fortunate, good sir. That is very fortunate. Sorry about that. Alright, just checking applications. Community gets applications pretty much every hour. Got a lot of people joining us for different games all the time. Our recruitment is always firing off at 110%, which is fantastic. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to make a decision on whether I'm sticking to this game in any sort of mid to long-term plan. I hate to think that I am, just because it's kind of scary right now with all the other responsibilities that I have going on in real life, work, you know, wife, gaming, community, lots of stuff happening all the time. But I might, I don't know, start something here? I really don't know. No, I guess we'll see. I've only ever played this. I don't know. My experience in Final Fantasy XI is, and most other things, is sort of running the show and being in charge of things. So it's nice to be a follower for a little while. I don't know that I want to get all into deciding how loot gets distributed for members of an endgame group, especially when there's, loot so RNG and things like that. My last group had such a complicated DKP system that we kept track of. but it worked. It really worked. People showed up, put their time in, earned their points, bid their points, got their gear. If you got gear and you bid amount of points, you know you felt like you earned it. And I know that this game eventually destroyed the idea of the link shell and all that stuff like most other modern MMOs. But in its heyday, you really needed to have something in place to determine how you rewarded members for their participation, because using a system where a leader just kind of determines who gets what gear, you know, it's prone to all sorts of stuff. Corruption and nepotism and all other manner of business. Alright, we're doing this. Oh, BCNM music. I gotta get shadows up, I gotta put gear on. I really do not keep low level gear. But man, thanks for wardrobe, guys, because so it looks like Brain Spike, single target damage, that's probably blinkable. Carousel is the AoE damage. I don't know if it has the pushback or not. Promyvion Broom, AoE damage. Poison resets hate, so that's going to be evoke. Empty Crush, single target damage is a blink, and Impalement, single target damage with throat stab mechanic, that's probably evoke as well. So we'll try to keep mostly to those rules there. We're looking for Impalement and Empty Crush to save Shep from death. Yeah, foot kick. Keep an eye on Shep's shadows. Got 2 left. I'm gonna let him. There's Empty Crush. It's a single target damage. Got 1 shadow left. No shadows. I evoke. It's still on Shep though. He doesn't have shadows up. And I do, so I need to get this mob on me. Gravity sucks. Also, the slow sucks. But there's not much you can do about that at this level. In fact, there's literally nothing you can do about it. Can't erase until 32. Can't haste till at least 40. Just gotta deal with it. There's a Sturm Wind. Alright. That's hilarious. And that's Promyvion-Mea. From start to finish. Alright. You ever wonder why the villains didn't have to kill the boss before they showed up? Alright guys, so in a couple hours here you're gonna see our social media manager come on here and do some Game Boy stuff. She'll be playing some retro game. I think she's gonna be playing Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. And hope you enjoy it. Take it easy.